viewers, I am Saraswati, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Technology. Today, we discuss about dependency in database management system. Dependency, it describes the relationship among the attributes and the relations. If you want to understand the dependencies, it helps to identify the redundancy of data and avoid anomalies and achieve proper normalization. Functional dependency. This is one type of dependency. It means if you know the value of one attribute set, you can uniquely determine the value of another attribute set. That is, X goes to Y. If X is a employee ID in employee table, Y is a employee name in the employee table. This is a diagrammatic representation of functional dependency. If X is a dependent and Y is another dependent. If X goes to Y. A full functional dependency and a partial functional dependency. These are the two types of functional dependency. Fully functional, second one is a partial functional, and then transitive dependency. If Y depends fully on X, if you are removing any attribute from X, it breaks the dependency. That is, the roll number and subject, it belongs to Mark. If you are removing subject, the roll number belongs to marks. It does not define the fully functional dependency. So both of them will describe the fully functional dependency for the attribute set, roll number and subject. Partial dependency. If Y depends on the part of composite key, that is roll number, subject goes to subject name. Functional dependency. Example, student ID goes to student name, student class and student address. Based on that student ID, we describe the name of the student, class of the student and address of the student. Partial dependency. Partial dependency is if X goes to Y, is X partially dependent on another attribute in the set Y. This is an example of a partial dependency. Multi-value dependency. If one attribute belongs to more than one attribute, that is, if you are employee X and dependent employee Y, in that employee X contains the values Smith, John and Cooper. Smith has two values, Anna and John. Jones has two values, Lila and Elsa. Cooper has a value, Cheris. Transitive dependency. If X goes to Y and Y goes to Z, it implies X goes to Z. That is, employee ID determines the employee salary and the employee name determines the employee salary. Then we can write it as employee ID goes to salary. This is a real-time example of a dependency. The classroom number, lesson number, date, teacher, subject and group. And in that table, this is a student table. In this table, the partial dependency, Teacher and subject, it goes to a partial dependency. Teacher and subject. That is more than one teacher which is the subject, more than one subject or single subject, etc. References. Thank you.